In the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Eskridge here complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds. Right down around the goal line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
Now it's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Wilson. He'll go underneath with it. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Mahomes going to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he will slide down with a good gain. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's brought down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 1st down, Mahomes. And incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check it back.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right there. 54.
To throw again is Wilson. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Wilson able to hook up with Eskridge, first down Seattle.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a give right side. McElroy, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Second and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second and 6 from the 10.
Check. Watch the before. Go. Kill. Running.
Throwing is Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. That will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Alton Robinson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second and 8. They go play action with Wilson. Forced out to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside of the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mahomes will throw for it, and that is incomplete here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down to hit the 37-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Second down at 7.
Here we go. Two times. 3 down. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. We got him.
Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Mike 54.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
On 1st down, McElroy. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. McElroy breaks a tackle. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Wilson on the move to his left. This is caught. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Watch the eye. Further. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here's Wilson. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On second down, McElroy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. That catch good for only a couple.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the 35 on second down, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. They'll run on first down. McElroy. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll keep it on the ground. McElroy. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jordan Brooks with it. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll keep it on the ground. McElroy. 108 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now it's Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.